All right, so this is the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 18. It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed in us." It says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope." All right, I want to start this by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth around the four corners of the earth. Okay, so this lesson is called "For the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh." All right, because all the creatures is feeling the pain, mourning, from that little cockroach, all right, searching for little crumb, to the dogs, the cats, the birds, even the fir trees is mourning, all right? So Isaiah, I believe, chapter 14 says, "Even the fir trees shall rejoice when the wicked goes out of power," okay? Esau, Edom, okay? And then when the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh, which is the elect of the tribes of Israel, come into power, all right, that's when these creatures shall be delivered, all right, for the from the sufferings of this present time. Okay, so I want to go to Romans chapter 8, verse 21. It says, "Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together unto now." All right, so we're all groaning, okay, together in pain until now. All right, so I got this video that I want to play right quick. I think he's a Jake, but either way, he may be a heathen. But just like I said, like the scripture said, all the creatures is suffering and waiting for the kingdom to usher in. All right, so the scripture says, when the wicked is in control, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this video.
Man, forget about 50-50. Forget about 50-50. Man and woman 50-50. Forget about it. It's no longer good enough. You know what women want, right? Like, do you know what they want? They want full power and control over you and your mind and your emotional state. Yes, I said it. They do. And you know what? I can't live, let alone another day like that. I can't live any more minutes like that of my life. I can't. Women, bro. It's unbelievable. A lot of you know full well what I'm saying is the truth. Bro,
All right, so this dude, he's feeling the pain, all right? He's feeling the pain, okay? He's feeling the pain of the wicked in authority. And he know he's waiting for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh. All right, his spirit is waiting for the elect to get right, for that kingdom to come in. He said he couldn't even live another day. All right, he said he couldn't even live another day. All right, so even the heathen, that's an example of the heathen feeling it and the heathen waiting for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh. Okay, so I'm going to go to Malachi chapter 3 and verse 11. It says, "And I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts." All right, now we know Esau, Edom is the devourer, okay? The Lord said that he hateth him that destroyed the earth. All right, so the Lord is going to destroy him that destroyed the earth, the devourer, okay? And it says, "And all nations shall call you blessed, for ye shall be a delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts." All right, So when the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel is in rulership and power, they're going to call us blessed because that's the day they was all waiting for. Okay? That's going to be the day that they was all waiting for. All right? So it says, your words have been stout against me, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, what have we spoken so much against thee? Okay? So, this is what it is. All right? All the heathen, all the creatures is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God because they're feeling the pain. All right? The earth is out of course. Okay? The earth is out of course. All right? So from there, the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right. So the wicked is still ruling, man. Esau, Edom. All right. And a lot of this has to do with him giving these women freedom. All right. It's all in the spirit, though. This is part of prophecy that is written in this book. All right. That we got to play out. OK, these times. All right. How he was complaining about the women. All right. He said, just like us, like you saw, he couldn't live another day. All right, so he's feeling the pain right there, okay? All right, so from there, let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 15. It says, and the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, by myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the sea and shore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. Okay? So the Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's going to multiply us, man. He's going to bless us, all right? And we shall possess the gate of our enemies, all right? The same one that threw this earth out of course, okay? The same one that threw this earth out of course where everyone is complaining, all right? Verse 18, it says, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, right? All the nations of the earth, they're going to be blessed because they're not going to be mourning anymore. All right, they're waiting for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh to be in rulership, for the kingdom to usher in, because they're tired. Just you heard, he said he couldn't live another day like that. All right, it says, because thou hast obeyed my voice. See, he promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right, that seed, because he obeyed the Lord's voice. Okay, and who's the children? That's us, man. We're the offspring of that inheritance that we're, going to, Lord willing, we're part of the elect to get. Okay. We're all nations are going to call us blessed, man. The fame of the earth. Okay. So it says, so Abraham returned unto his young men, and they rose up, and they went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. Okay. So that's what's going to play out. All right. The earth shall be blessed. When this time hits, when the wicked get out of rulership, that's, the whole earth, the creation is going to love it. Okay. They're going to love it. Just like Isaiah 14 says, even the fir tree shall rejoice. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. All right, that's what we're living now. The Lord has created a new thing on the earth. A woman shall compass a man. You see, these scriptures, they give us comfort because we know the reason why these things is happening. All right, this heathen, he don't know the reason. You see, that's the reason why he bugging out. And we can endure things like that because we know that the Lord has created this thing upon the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Okay. So I'm going to play a little bit more of the video and see what he goes into.
full well this is how it is today. 50-50, bro. Not even remotely close. They don't even trust you at 50-50, bro. I personally don't want all this power and control over some woman. You can live your life as long as you're not doing some crazy shit. I literally have stuff to do constantly, consistently, every single day of my life. But that's not good enough. Because if you are to talk to a female today, bro, like, it always starts off 50-50. Just good. And it don't consistently stay like that. And do you know what they do? Like, do you know what they do? They start to do their little shit to gain power and leverage over your soul, over your mind, to the point you can't even think straight if you play into it. So you can't play into it. Even when they play their little games, you cannot play into it. You have to be unaffected. You can't go down that route. A lot of us men, when we were young, and maybe even some of you now, I don't know, we have made that mistake. We literally went so far down the rabbit hole of what they were doing without even knowing what was happening because we were so young and naive and didn't even know anything. But now, it just can't happen. But they still try, bro. They still try.
Okay. All right. So the Lord has created that spirit within these women. All right. The Lord has created that spirit within these women. Why? To play out prophecy. Okay. To play out prophecy. All right. So prophecy has to fall in its chronological order. That's the reason why we get comfort through the scriptures. Okay. When we run across women like this, we tend to be less affected by it because we know the reason why these actions are taking place on planet Earth. Okay. All right. So from there, let's see. All right. We'll go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 25. It says, I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things and to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness. All right. So this is Solomon searching out wisdom. All right. To know the depths of wickedness and the reason why people get foolish and madness. All right. He wanted to know the ins and outs. Okay. The ins and outs of all this drama going on upon planet Earth. All right. So the next verse. And he says, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Okay. Now, you know how he was saying, you know, this heathen, if you play into her little games, you fall deep in that rabbit hole, man. You finna get tore up because the scripture says, you know, a man will go out of his wits for women, lose his mind. Okay. Due to that witchcraft, that mental witchcraft and mind tricks that she's playing on you. Okay. Now, Solomon, he knew this. All right. He knew these things. And he's telling us through the scriptures, you know, how they can get. All right. Now, this was back in the ancient days. So imagine how much more today. All right. When it says a woman shall compass a man, the Lord shall create a new thing on the earth. Okay. So this is the reason why we try to stay obedient to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, studying and stay in his word, you know, with Sophia. This is our first love. Okay. So it says, behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account. He says, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. You see? So out of 1,000 men, Solomon found one good man. But out of 1,000 women, he didn't find none of them good. None of them was good. None of them was good. All right. Even the one that's smiling in your face, you know, the one that, you know, the so-called humble, even behind the scenes, deep in the depths of her soul is wickedness. You know, she has the potential for 100% to just straight up tear you up with wickedness. All right. So from there, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 16. He says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. You see? So he said he'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep a house with a wicked woman, because that's how deep the evil could get when that you feel, all right, from a woman. So it says the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth, all right, because she could be bright one moment and with the blink of an eye, she could be pitch black dark, all right, plotting shit against you. It says her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and he heareth it, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. It says all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Okay, so just like the scripture says, a wicked woman is given unto a wicked man. All right, but one that feareth the Lord, the Lord will send you a righteous woman. Okay, so you don't got to go through that. All right. So it says, as the climbing of a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. It's tough, man. That's like climbing up the sand dunes. A big old sand dune trying to get to the top. You finna be worn out, and you probably won't even get to the top. All right. So this is the main point right here, brothers. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. See, that's where a lot of us mess up. She gives us that them eye winks, that smile. She love bombs you, tells you everything you want to hear, to boost your ego. And that's where we fall in that trap. All right, and get tore up. Okay. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger and impudence and much reproach. A lot of brothers don't want to work. Okay. They think they, little players and whatever, and then have her pay for everything. And then she gets even more wicked towards you because she's supporting you. All right. The scripture says, a man that support not his own, even his own household, is worse than an infidel, is worse than an unbeliever. Okay. So, us in this truth, we got to support ourselves. That's going off if you have a woman support you. All right. So it says, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Right. You become weak. Okay. You become weak. So it says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Right. Because Eve, she was the one deceived. All right. The weaker vessel. Okay. And who did Adam follow? The woman. All right. So same thing today. A lot of men will lose their minds. They'll lose all the truth, everything they stand for, over the beauty of a woman. They'll lose everything they stand for just to stay stuck in that realm of pleasure. Why? Because they took her for beauty and pleasure, and that's where we all mess up. Okay. So this is all going to change. But, I know this lesson, it was more geared towards the woman, but this is just a lesson on how all the heathen is feeling it. All the heathen is feeling the mourning, because who's in control? The wicked. They're waiting for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh, so everything could be back in order. Okay, so everything could be back in order. All right, so I'm going to close it out with this. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. It says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Right, these are the instructions of the way of life. The elect following these instructions is going to put the whole earth back into course. Okay, and everyone is going to be happy. That's what the whole world is waiting for. All of creation is waiting for it. Right now, all of creation is groaning. Just like, this dude right here, he's groaning. He said he couldn't even live another day. It says, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. All right, that's where a lot of us fall. We lust after their beauty, and she takes us with her eyelids, and we fall into that trap. Okay? It says, for by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. Okay? So, yeah, man, with that, the manifestation, all right? The whole world is waiting for the manifestation of the elect of Israel for rulership. So when Yahweh Shai comes back and crack those skies and put everything back in order, back in its place, okay? All right, so with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying. And I want to say, Shalom.